Welcome back everybody, and thanks for joining me for my review of Blooby Block, and you'll be finding this one on Steam on the PC. And this one's a one-man team puzzler game, so like and subscribe and let's go. First up, story. You play as Block, a strange looking thing with one eye, and to stop you from getting lonely there are other one-eyed things out there that, well, actually they've all been kidnapped by Bloobies. And yes, as you predicted, it's your task to go and rescue them all. To be honest with you, the story is rather simple. In fact, as simple as you can get it. It will never be mistaken for a Dinar Kuntz novel, but it does give a reason for the game to exist. Blooby Block, as you can plainly see, is a very simple game. Just move around the board, locating the key and then making it back to the exit. Okay, it's not that simple, but luckily enough there are some extra housework to be taken care of, such as collecting diamonds for extra score, and then there's them pesky enemies that block your way, or indeed threaten to hit you if your timing is out and you stray in their path. To combat this threat, you can find blocks and magic. Yep, magic. The magic basically helps you freeze, or there's fire ones that destroy the actual enemies. There's even ones that can destroy blocks. And the ice ones especially are quite useful because you can use them to hit the enemy and then slide them out of the way, or use them as a platform, a stepping stone if you like, to get past areas blocked by water. But if you're going in thinking of magic as in Hogwarts scale, then you will be very disappointed. Moving back to those blocks, on the other hand, can be slid in front of the enemies, blocking their path. But these also can be used to slide into water and use as stepping stones to get past any of these areas. And this is where you can start seeing the puzzler aspects of the game taking form. And to them ends, you need to be careful, as moving a block in the wrong direction can cause you to block your own exit to the area, and that means a restart. Likewise, falling in water has the same effect. And as you would expect, the more levels you complete, the more enemies and complex the game gets, and there's even a map for progression. Controlling Blooby is fairly simple and works well, and you can even speed the game up and get clues as how to complete the level. As you traverse through the game, later levels gain lifts and higher platforms to traverse. And again, this adds to the puzzling elements, and well, to be honest, the first levels are more practice levels and felt a little too easy for me to do. But you can skip these by choosing the free mode or story advanced mode. And trust me, if you're anything like me, you probably will want to be doing this. And this really does enable more hardcore players to advance to levels that is a little bit more challenging, and means that less advanced players can stick to the beginning bit and ease themselves into the gameplay. And ultimately, I thought this was a very wise choice of the developers to do, as simple as those beginning levels were, the more advanced levels get really challenging. So much so I actually ended up skipping a few levels, wondering in fact whether these levels can actually be completed. The different places you visit are basic, but have a different look-ish about them, but don't really make it feel very different because of the nature of the game and style. Just a splash of paint and basic cactuses on some and basic trees on others. And I kind of felt this was a little bit of a shame. You can, however, move the camera angles, which felt like a pretty good idea obviously, but I kept hitting the camera buttons by mistake, throwing me off a little. But as annoying as this was from time to time, you do actually need to use this a little bit more later on in the game. The audio, however, again was very basic, with the music having a couple of styles, but really didn't do anything for the game, so it got turned down. And the other sound effects, and trust me there weren't that many, were rather bland. And so let's hop to the score, shall we? In short, Blooby Blocks is a simple puzzler, but for the price I can see a lot of people enjoying its simple and relaxing feel to it. Accessible to new and hardcore players alike, it's very much what you see is what you get, but luckily enough does have a little bit of variety to it as you progress. But I did feel a little more of this would have helped the longevity. All in all, it's not too bad, and I'll be giving Blooby Blocks a 6 out of 10. A nice effort and first effort from this dev, and I'll be definitely looking forward to what they bring out next. And with that, thanks for joining me. Leave a comment below on your thoughts on Blooby Blocks. Mash them like and subscribe buttons. Come join us in our community Discord. Take care wherever you are, because life is better when we game together.